All right, everybody, how you doing? This is Frostbite. Got a little, hey, Shell Bean, how are you? Got a little bit of an impromptu package mail opening. Went to the box today, and I was expecting 1 or 2 items and ended up with 6 or 7. So I figured that I would go ahead and do a short little live stream and open them up. Appreciate you coming in, saying hi. So I got a couple items that I know I'm really excited about. This one in particular, so I'm going to set that one here. It's going to be one of the last ones. And then the one I'm really excited about is this one right here. Now, I've got my information on here, but I don't want to show all of that. So I'm going to be keeping them upside down. Let's turn those over so that we don't see everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and start with opening the letter first. So this one is from a buddy of mine from Oregon. His name is Anxious Stacker. Hey, Beans, how you doing? I'm glad you're here because I actually have a package from you, I believe, if I am not mistaken. So I've got, again, this is from Anxious Stacker. So I got a couple cool stickers here. Let me turn them the right way. This is his YouTube sticker. And this is just his regular one. This is really cool. And then the letter, I'll read this really quickly. Frostbite, I really appreciate all the support you've shown me in this community. I really love all your informational packed videos. I'm constantly adding your content to my community playlist because of the great content. You rock, buddy. Keep up the great work. This is awesome. And he gave me a Merc dime. Watch out for the cockfetti, right? Let me see. Where'd my pen go? So I can't cut this one. He's got me a Merc dime, so I can't see this. I'm going to put this over here because my butt is blind. So he sent me that. It's very nice. That'll go with my other Mercs. I really appreciate that, Anxious Stacker. I appreciate you, bud. He has been a really good influence. Hey, Jane, thanks for showing up. Appreciate you coming in. He's been great with my channel. He really has shared out my content. He's got basically my videos on lock. So just appreciate this guy immensely. He has done outstanding. So first time here. So cool. So I don't know if I have anybody in here yet with admin rights, but I'll throw your link up. If you have a channel, let me know you have a channel and I'll go pull that up really quickly. I'll make sure I get your link in there so that everybody knows where to go check out your stuff. And that probably didn't sound right, but you know, still is what it is. It's going to get noisy here for a second because I'm sure this is not on mute. It's going to get really loud. All right, let me shut that off. All right. So Beans. There you go. And I'm going to throw Shell Bean. I'm going to add you as a mod too. All right, so let's see. Jean, let's get her site. Where are we at? And I am using a very, very slow machine. All right, so we've got your channel up, and I'm going to go ahead and throw that right on into here. So this is Jean's channel. Go check her out. She's got 81 subscribers. I'm going to see if I can't petition everybody who comes into this stream tonight to go like and sub to her page. Kind of welcome her into the fold. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming by. Again, first time, I always appreciate it. So this one is from, oh man, I can't remember what his channel name is. Sites. I don't know if they like their first name said or not, so I'll have to try to remember. here in just a moment. Hopefully they wrote it on here. Frosty, Frosty, Frosty. Okay, so these are the ones I actually purchased. I don't even remember what the heck they are. So let's get in here and see what they are. Very nicely packed. They're not going anywhere. They're taped very, very well. I enjoy that. Feels like a Morgan. Okay, so we got a Morgan. This is, I'm going to pull this out. This is a 1921. Thank you, Frostbite, but I mainly support and become a member on channels. All right, well, if you don't want subscribers, then that's fine. But I want to appreciate you coming in here and you're showing the channel some love. So I want to go ahead and return that. So this is a 1921 S. So that was pretty cool. Trying to remember where I picked this stuff up at. What's bad is I know these people's names from the streams, but when I get packages from them because they don't put their YouTube names, I don't know who in the world I'm talking to. So if I'm opening your coins and your last name sites, let me know and I will get that taken care of. Oh, and these are my West Point. Oh, I know exactly who this is. Okay, so I purchased this stuff off of an auction. These are the, this is not very good lighting. Let me see if I can come down here and get this lighting to adjust a little bit. Hey, there's my brother from another mother, Mr. Philip the Board. How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in, showing some love. So I'm just kind of showing my my latest mail haul. So again, W quarters. These are something that I definitely started trying to collect. I think I have with this one. I think I have all the 2019s. I still need to get some of the other ones. Being from Texas, I definitely need to make sure I keep these ones. This is the San Antonio one. I love this. There's just something about this coin that I really like. I think it's probably one of the better designs in my personal opinion. I just think it's a good looking coin. So anytime I have the chance to buy one, as long as it doesn't run too high, I try to do that. So that was really cool. And then I got one more in here. I have no idea what this is. Now, I really like the way he packages these coins. Now, they're just packed in paper, but he puts these little labels on them, and then he makes sure that they're wrapped up pretty well. Now, this one's in a coin flip. Sorry, I guess I should be doing this. Hey, what's going on, bud? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Just doing a little bit of a mail call from stuff that I've got across the channels. So this is a fun one. This is 1951 seated dime. It's in pretty decent shape. It's got a little bit of a damage there and wear on the top, but Annette Eastman, there's another one that man, she's been on my channel for pretty much as long as my channel's been up. So thanks for coming in, Annette. I appreciate you being here. I really like these seated. This is probably one of my favorite designs. In one of the videos I did, I talked about the designer of this particular coin. Hey, Jeff Turtle, thanks for Jockey Thomas. Sorry, I didn't catch the back of that. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. This is one of my favorite designers of coins. I really like the old seated. I really like that style, along with the Mercury dime and the walking. Again, one of my favorite ones. And I'm sorry I don't have a little bit better view here, but this, I hate these LED lights from this microscope. I've got to find another alternative for the lighting. I'm trying to figure out how to develop a side lighting box that goes around my coin scope so that I don't have to use the one from the top. So again, I need to find out what his channel name is, but this is my haul from the gentleman whose last name is Sites. I'm going to move this out of the way. Try to keep the workspace clean. Okay, so this one, so these two packages here are going to be the last ones that I'm going to open. I'm going to go ahead and open beans. Okay, I got you here. And I think this is something that I won from you, if I am not mistaken. I'm going to turn everything upside down. Oh yeah, this is something I won from you. If you guys haven't gone over and checked out, hey, John Jacobs, thanks for coming in, brother. I appreciate you being here. John is another extremely avid supporter of many channels, and I sincerely appreciate him stopping and saying hi. So this is an ANAX coin, and this is the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. And I am, being a vet myself, I am really partial to anything that supports the men and women who serve our nation. I am a very adamant POW MIA supporter. And so the men and women that we've lost through war throughout history, we all owe them a debt of gratitude for paving the way to continued freedom. So if you're not following John Jacobs, if you're not following Philip Thiebaud, if you're not following Jeff Turtle and them, go check out their channels. This is, yeah, thanks, bud. I appreciate this. This is absolutely a gorgeous coin. And this isn't going to go with my rounds. This is actually going to go, and I don't know if you guys have seen this. I'm working on a book for these. These are, they're 50-cent pieces that have been labeled with battles of Korea, Vietnam, World War I, World War II. And they list the information, the war, who the admirals were, who was in charge, and talks about the information on where these things were created. So I'm going to be creating a book, kind of a war memorial style book, and all of these kind of coins are going to go with it. So again, Beans, I appreciate you. I'm guaranteed I'm going to be seeing you guys more in the stream. That channel's a lot of fun. So if you haven't gone and seen his channel, or Mainly Dirt Fishing, or some of those guys, go pop them out, check them out, show their channel some love. I'll throw their link here in the description, or their link here in the chat. They're got all these goofy windows open. All right, where are we? I don't know if anybody is online that would like to come up. If anybody wants to come up to the stream and just visit, I'm going to go ahead and throw the link down in here. Go ahead and pop on in. I'm getting ready to throw up Bean's link. I'm actually going to throw up one other one here. So Bean, this is Bean's link. Go check out Beans and Bullions and Coin. And then I'm going to throw up, I'm not going to throw up. Oh, I need to choose my words better. I'm going to throw up Mainly. If you haven't gone and checked out me, this dude does more for the search and kind of metal detecting community. This guy, he donates little detectors to kids and stuff. I mean, just a force, absolutely superb guy. If you haven't gone, go check out him. Go subscribe. Tell them Frosty sent you over. Show them some love. They do so much to get kids involved, not only with coins and stuff like that, but just getting out there and spending time with their families, right? And one thing that I think that we've lost a lot of. So again, I absolutely love these guys. They're a lot of hoot. Uh, like to have fun, laugh a lot. Uh, Terrible jokes, and that's I think another reason that I like them so much. So yeah, again, Beans. Yeah, I mean, just absolutely great guy. Hey, Beans, if you can, if you have a second, come on up. Let's actually talk about that because I'd like if people have the opportunity, I'd like people to come up. If you guys are interested in helping mainly dirt fishing, do things like buy, I think they're like $70 or something like that. But if you're interested in helping buy kids metal detectors, um, or stuff, I just to keep kids engaged, right? Get them off video games, get them out there, get them working with their parents and doing stuff like that and having fun. Um, these guys have just been phenomenal. So, Beans, thank you for coming up, brother. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, brother.
Yeah, I want to make sure I just plug you guys because you guys the stuff that you guys are doing. I mean, outside of just absolutely being fun, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Um,
he's a Maine redneck. I'm an Alabama redneck. We just like to have fun and give back to the community, and we enjoy having people in. And one thing we always tell folks, we don't care if you come in and spend a penny. Come in, make friends, drop your link, get some folks to visit your channel just like you're doing.
yeah, well, and again, this is about community. It's about doing what we can, and anytime um, I work with people or connect with people who are about helping the community and about helping other people. I do a lot of work with Coin Crew and Miss Coin Crew because they're really about, making sure people understand what's going on and having fun. And, they do their auctions, but they're not about screwing people over.
Nope.
Right. There's a lot of that out there and they make sure they don't do that. So you have to really make sure you take care of those people and support them. So this is from Nash. I got this from Nash, and this is a dragon bar. And this thing is absolutely, I'm going to see if I can get it up here a little bit closer. This thing is absolutely amazing. Um, and this is in one of those really nice holders um, from 2021. So this is really nice. Yeah. Jeff Turtles admiring your collection of ASCs there, Bean.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
He's got a pretty good stack of silver rounds too.
Oh
Got
yeah.
some got some pretty unique stuff. I think I got my alien from you. Matter of fact,
Yep, I think you did.
now I just need to get the antique one.
Shit, man, I wish I had a sack full of them.
Yeah, those things are great. Now this is another one. I don't know. I don't know who the channel name is. Um, so if you happen to be watching, then let me know because I can't remember. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I got it right here. EU coins, EUP coins. Okay, so are they on your guys' stream?
Uh-uh.
Whose
Nope.
stream are they on?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember who EUP coins were. Anyway, um, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. So again, I'm really excited about these two. I'll tell you a little bit of story. Shelby, and you won one of those today? Outstanding. That's really cool. Did you win one on the games today? I didn't have any luck today. I got called into work and had to leave early. I didn't have any luck. Oh, we got a 1886 Morgan, and it's a good one. Nice cartwheel going on there.
Got some cartwheel.
Yes, it does. Nice and pretty. And this is just a Philadelphia. There's nothing on this one, but yeah, that's a good looking coin.
Beautiful.
That is a good looking coin. So that's from EU Coins. So hey, thanks for that. Um, I'll have to reach out. And I'm going to be tagging everybody in this. Um, Eastern Upper Pennsylvania is a trade day flea market. Good dude. For yeah, they see my brother from another mother, Philip DeVord, always giving me information, setting me on the proper path, telling me when I do right and telling me when I do wrong. Like I really appreciate that guy. Plus, he's helped me with my Mercs. He's helped me fill my book. So again, I really appreciate Philip there. All right. So here's the big one. So I don't know if any of you saw my little short, but on Ida Herring's channel, I won the best of the best. So I was drawn out of a name of people for the course of March to win something. And this is a silver bar, and it comes from, and she does a ton of stuff with St. Jude. I think everybody should know Ida Hare, and if you don't, get over there. I'll throw her link in there too, because y'all need some of Ida Hare. She's an amazing lady, and you want to talk just like mainly, right? Out there doing everything they can for the community and really pushing, uh, doing what they can for Johns Hopkins and making sure that those kids are taken care of. She raised, along with a whole group of other people, $26,701 for St. Jude in a 2-day auction where they auctioned off like 240 items. We had Coin Crew was there. We had Big Flip was there. We had Flipside's Journey. We had the Tizzos. We had Silver Keys, Paul Bloom, Shannon Smith, Ida Herring. We had Amanda. It was just the teamwork and everything, and then all the auctions went really well. Everybody paid immediately when they were done. It was just such a great event. They did an amazing job. So again, when I'm putting these links in here, if you're not sub to them, go check them out. Go sub, like their profile, comment on a video, and then come back in and check out the stream. And then we'll finish doing this. But this bar, I've never seen it, but this is, oh wow. It wasn't just a little bit.
That's a sack full.
That's a sack full. So this was the best of the best thing, and this is lot 83. This came from Silver Bull, from Chief Stacker, and from Christopher Ty. So they're the ones who donated all of this stuff. I was the one to draw for the winner. So this was 2019 Canadian quarter ounce, 2019 10th ounce, and then the other one. And then, so this was by, I can't see, Silver Bull, and then that's from Chief, and then that Chief Stacker, and then this one was by Christopher Ty. And then these ones Ida Herring put in. So we've got 3 Canadian Maple Leafs and then an Indian Liberty bar. So that was really, really cool. Henry Von Mug. Now, see, I got some good people coming into the stream today. I appreciate you all showing me the love. Please, if you haven't already done so, make sure you like, subscribe, or, put a comment into chat here. But if you really want to help me out, share it out, right? Let's, again, anything you guys can do to help me. I've done actually really well with subscribers over the last week or two, and it's a lot of you guys kind of pushing up my content. So I want to thank you all for that. All right. So this is absolutely awesome. Ida, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. I wish you were here to tell you how much I love you. I really admire all that you do. John Jacobs. Hey, brother. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you being here. I think let me go check this out. I think one of you. Yeah. So let me do this. I don't know why you don't have. Boom. Okay. So Philip and Henry, you guys are both moderators. I don't know why you guys aren't already moderators. John Jacobs, weren't you a moderator at one time too?
I'll tell you one thing that was cool about that weekend with Ida Herring is 95% of all the coin channels shut down their streams that week.
Well, so that, yeah. So here's the thing about that. I can't imagine somebody like Silver Seeker saying, I'm going to stream over somebody doing something like this.
Yep.
Right? I couldn't imagine people that would try to, somebody that big that would try to do that. I was so impressed that he was like, I'm supporting this channel. I'm going to pop in. I'm going to give away some stuff. I'm going to throw some extra stuff in there. You know what I mean? Because this was a community function. This was a community event. The silver bar came from Paula Bloom. So, Paula, thank you. I had missed that one the first time. So, thanks, Paula. These came from Ida. Again, great score. Yeah, I was absolutely impressed. But what I was impressed with is Perry Custom Cards. Hey, how you doing, brother? And this is another guy, artistic as hell, has an amazing talent for developing cards. If you haven't gone and checked out his stuff, go do so. I've got a couple of cards from him. I've actually ordered one or two more. The cards are absolutely amazing. Go check his stuff out. John or Philip, can you guys throw Perry's link up in the chat? I would really appreciate it. Or Perry, just throw. Oh no, Perry doesn't know how to do that. John, yeah, John Shelby, and what do you guys? Would you please throw his channel up there? But yeah, I mean, what I was impressed with is 240 lots. Right? You think about you guys running your channel, even today, 20 people. Sometimes payments are an issue.
Yep.
240 lots, not one issue. That is freaking amazing.
Yep.
Right? And so just stack it. Hey, bud, thanks for coming in. So you missed my big haul from Ida Herring from winning their thing. This is the Ida Classic. 3 silver maple leaves. I about said gold leaves. That would have been nice. Stuff from Chief Stacker, Silver Bull, Paula Bloom. That was really cool. Okay, so what I'm really excited about, and this is the one that I kind of been waiting for. I want to get to this one real quick, and then kind of do this. Now, this came from a change of hands, and he does rings. Now, I worked with him over the course of a little while and said, so here's the information. I'm going to go ahead and throw this. I'm going to do a shameless plug for this because I've seen the work on this in a photo, but I really want you guys to see this. Send him a coin. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's big enough to do the hand. And I asked him to make me one and sent him a coin. He's like, this coin isn't really in good enough shape to do it. Worked with me, told me what needed to happen. We got a new coin and he created this. And I'm telling you, the craftsmanship on this coin is amazing.
Oh, wow.
And so this is night. So you can see on the inside there, right there, 1921 Morgan dollar. And then you have the $1, the United States of America, right? In God we trust. Absolutely great work. And just an amazing coin, an amazing ring. Great craftsmanship. Again, if you haven't done that, this is something that I've been waiting to see, waiting to get. Let me turn this the right way. Again, just great shape, wonderful craftsmanship. So go check him out. I'm extremely happy. Hillbilly Scavenger, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you stopping in, showing some love. Um, but yeah, that was so anyway, it was a really good haul. So kind of let's go over and talk about what we got here. Again, we got the ring, so I'm going to put that out there. We got the bar. We got a seated half. We got us a couple Morgans. We got us some W Mint quarters. Mercury dime. Obviously, we got some stickers here. We got this massive haul from Ida and the Silver Bull and Chief Stacker and Paula Bloom. So, needless to say, this was a pretty good little mail call.
Oh yeah.
So, but I appreciate y'all being up here. So, I don't know if anybody else wants to come up and just visit and hang out for a little while. I just basically wanted to kind of go through and chit chat. So, Beans, what do you got going on? Anything special?
Oh, not much. We stream. I've just been streaming 6 days a week. It's been
Oh wow!
it's been nuts. I stream with Silver Paws Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I stream with mainly dirt fishing Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And we usually start Saturdays at like 11:15 in the morning and end around 3 a.m. Central Time. He is a machine. I don't ever stay up that late. I got a 9-month-old grandson I keep during the day, and my wife's on oxygen. I have to take care of her, so there ain't no way I can stay up that late. But that's about it for me. Made the biggest purchase I've ever made yesterday. Bought 32 slabbed MS69 ASEs.
Oh
I
wow!
was I was so sick. I was nauseated when I was trying to eat my lunch yesterday when I got home. I was like, man, am I an idiot? What am I? Should I have done this? Devil's advocate, but you know how
Well,
it is.
that's a hefty haul of ASCs.
Yeah, it was from 1986 all the way through 2017.
Like the full set.
Yep.
That's
Every
amazing.
oh, so I've been getting rid of sold 5 so far. We're gonna go back on at mainly tonight, about 11 Eastern, about 10 Central tonight, and run some more. So
Hey
just
Henry, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you stopping by.
one thing after another.
Yeah, it's that's a hefty haul. Are you keeping any of these for yourself, or are you going to just take them to the county?
I think I'm going to keep the 94, 95, and 96. They're the hardest ones to get and the most expensive, and that's the most expensive ones I paid for. So if I can get close to break even, then everything I keep goes in a safe of mine for my grandson. So I don't ever, if it goes in the safe, it never comes out. Everything I'm doing for him. So
That's awesome.
yep.
That's my granddad's the one who got me interested in collecting. He got me interested in stamps first, uh, back in the day, and then he collected a little bit of everything. He collected gemstones. He collected artwork. He didn't really collect coins. He got me interested in them because he had Indian head cents and barbers and seated, and he had the first bust dollar or bust half I'd ever seen.
Nice.
Um, So he had some really cool coin, but he didn't collect coin. He was more of a stamp guy. And but he got me interested in all of that. And then when he passed it, almost everything that was collectible came to me. And so that's why my name's Frostbite Coins and Collectibles, because I got all of his artwork and gemstones and all that other stuff. So
Nice. Well, at least it went to you, somebody that appreciated it, than going to somebody that didn't appreciate it and they just went down to the gold and bullion shop, didn't know what it was worth, and just took wherever they get.
yeah, the only thing that my granddad, and this is going to sound really weird, my granddad collected porcelain dolls. And the only thing that I regret not really fighting for was I got to throw this in here. This is one of my key pieces. I forgot that was over there. The only thing I regret not fighting over was the Princess Di and Prince Charles dolls.
Oh, wow.
And they went to one of my family members, and they just destroyed them. And those things are worth bank.
Oh, yeah. Them are thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Hey, William E., thanks for coming in. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah. So, but again, you know what? It's just one of those things. You don't realize it until after the fact, and then it's like I should have fought more for it, but I'm already getting most of his stuff, so I couldn't complain too much.
That's right.
I got stuff that I didn't know that he had, and so none of the family really knew. So he took really good care of me in that regard because he knew I'd take care of the stuff. He knew that I would appreciate it, continue it on, and so I'm glad that you do that for your grandson because it's important, right? You need to teach them those skills.
Yep.
Teach them the appreciation, and I'm going to throw that.
And that's what several people have asked me, because I've asked folks, if you've got any world coins that aren't worth anything, I'll buy them from you. And like vote for Pedro, I wanted some, and this is not, I know I'm from Alabama, but this isn't what it's going to sound like. I wanted some Nazi coins because my grandson's going to be homeschooled, and I wanted them to teach him history and show him how it started, how it ended, So, but he sent me some of those coins that whenever we're talking about it, I can pull something out, let's say, put it in his hand, let him look at it when we're talking about it, and use it as like a visual aid. So.
Yeah, well, so my thing is it's the intent of why are you collecting what you're collecting.
Yep.
A lot of people have stuff that people get bent out of shape over, and it's like, look, there's historical value to this. It's not, we're not collecting it because we're a bunch of Nazis.
Yep.
My granddad had, some 42 German coins that have the SS eagle on the back of it, but he got him when he was in Germany.
Right.
When all that stuff was done, he was post-occupied, and so they went in. They were, they did their stuff, and he came back with a bunch of different coin from all that entire region, all World War II, Korea, all that stuff. He kept all of that kind of stuff. So this is one reason that stuff like this means a lot to me, because he taught me about the stuff that he had been through and taught me the history of things. And this is why, if you guys had looked at my channel at all, you see that I do interviews. Well, why do I do interviews? It's because I want to know people's story. I want to know where they've been. I want to know what their enjoyments and their passions are. I want to know, like, if I look at this coin right here and I see this and it's like, oh, okay, well, it's worn. It's been around the block. Okay, it's a 1921 Morgan. Cool. It's an S. That'll go in my silver stack. Awesome. But if somebody reached in and pulled this out of their pocket and they were talking about their granddad, and let's say, look like this, or even like this, and they pull it out of their pocket and they set it on the table, it's like, my granddad gave me this. he got this when he was in France in 1932 or whatever, and he won it from some dude at a bar or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now it's like, oh my God. Every time I look at this story, I'm going to think of whoever's telling me this story and go, that's really cool. And that's why all of these have the little, I like the cards that are on the back of them. They tell me a little bit about what was happening and where they were at. And, like Operation Chopper, January 12th, 1962. So this is Vietnam. So when you're looking at this, I kind of understand what was happening. Everybody should know. If you don't know what POWMIA is, go find out.
Yep.
That's prisoner of war or missing in action. So if you have somebody, a loved one that didn't come back from Vietnam, you should be flying a POWMIA flag.
I'll show you something right here that's crazy. This is my grandfather's peace dollar that he carried in his pocket every day for over 60 years.
Yeah, now see that people look at that coin and go, it's a call.
Yep.
But I look at it and go, that is a piece of your family history. Like that. Now, granted, numismatic value, it ain't worth squat. But what it is worth is a memory of somebody you loved.
Yep.
Right. And that, call me sappy, call me whatever the heck you want to call me. I don't really care. But I'm about this story. I love the history. I like listening. If I could, and I try to do this every once in a while here in San Antonio at the Air Force Village. Every once in a while, I'll get the opportunity to go down and listen to all of these Air Force, these old 70, 80-year-old men and women who were pilots, and listen to their stories. And I'm somebody who talks all the damn time. I talk all the time. But when I'm with them, I don't speak. I just listen. It's amazing to hear the stories. It's amazing to hear what they've done. And, I'll take a couple coins with me and they're like, I remember in, 1965, we were in wherever it was. And it's like, I don't have a 65. And they're like, well, what year were you born in? I was like, well, I was born in 73. And they're like, oh my God, I was already 5 years into the service, or you know what I mean? And this is where I was at. And what's your birthday? And I'll tell them my birthday. And they're like, let's see, I was here and this is what I was doing. And so it's like, okay, so now I have this connection with this person I barely even know because they knew where they were when I was born. So when they see me, they're going to go, it's going to make me think of, Japan, or it's going to make me think of Pearl, or it's going to make me think of, and so it's those connections that we have with people that make this hobby such a really cool thing. And granted, we do it for stacking to protect our financial assets, right?
Yep.
We do it for the numismatic love of the coin. But if you're not doing it for the story, if you're not doing it for some sort of memory, if this is just a quick turn for you, you're missing a really large portion of this puzzle.
Yeah, that's just like Stu metal detecting. He's in England. He mailed me one of his stickers and a coin. He's like, and the note, and he's like, sorry, it wasn't silver. I emailed him back. I said, I don't care. I've never seen this coin before. I spent an hour and a half researching it, finding all about it, and was just super excited, about the whole process.
Yeah, and again, there are things that I get in like this, right? Yeah, I mean, granted, there's a Morgan dollar that's not out there anymore. Okay, but there's a little bit of polished stuff still in the U. But this is something that whenever I look at this, who I'm going to be thinking of?
Be thinking about who you got that daughter for.
I'm going to be, well, yeah, I'm going to be thinking about who made that ring for me,
Yep.
right? I'm going to go change of hands. And so every time I put this on, I'm going to be thinking about the craftsmanship. Because, I mean, you look at this and it's like, yeah, this was a Morgan. And the artwork that Mr. Morgan put into developing this has now been put into something that I'm going to wear on my hand every day. Every time I look at this, it's going to be like, this is somebody's craftsmanship. You know, somebody did something really cool for me. And then anytime somebody sees, they're going to go, oh, let me see that. That's awesome. Where'd you get it? Now I'm going to be able to share somebody else's story,
Yep.
share somebody else's trade, right? That's like when we had the new person that came in, and forgive me, I've already forgot your name, but I'm terrible with names. Just ask my kids.
I usually call mine "Hey you."
And Gene. Um, Again, it's one of those things that's like, okay, everybody go check out her channel, right? Let's show her some love. Let's let her know that we appreciate her coming in, and right. Um, but it's about community. So, is there anybody that's out there that wants to come up and chat? Paula, how you doing?
I'm fixing to have to drop down frostbite. My grandson and my daughter just walked in, so I'm going to go
Oh
visit
yeah,
with
family
them.
first.
No, yeah, always. But I appreciate you having me up. Thank you for your service. I appreciate it, and I hope you
Yeah,
have a
no
great
problem.
night.
And I'll be seeing you in your guys' streams here before too long, I'm sure.
I appreciate it. Hope to be up again one day.
All right, we'll talk to you later, brother.
All right, bye.
Bye. So I just threw that link in there. If there's anybody that wants to come up and just shoot the breeze, hang out again. This was an amazing haul that I got today in Milk Hall. Most of this stuff, there's a couple items that I purchased, but most of this stuff um, was one either in giveaways or on channels. Again, winning the best of the best thing was really cool. Perry Custom Cards. How you doing, brother?
Good. I'll be right up.
All right, sounds good. So, but most of this stuff
I'm gonna go up on my
was won in giveaways.
Okay.
I gotta mute you, Perry. You got a lot of noise coming through, brother. You can just push the mute
Okay.
button.
Yeah,
There you
just a second.
But anyway, it was a really good bell call. I appreciate everybody who sent me stuff. Again, Anxious Stacker, I appreciate you, brother. Now, I don't know if you all know who Anxious Stacker is. If not, let me grab his link. Anxious Stacker, I really support him and his channel because he's utilizing stacking to overcome addiction. And don't worry, I got his permission to say this before I just throw that out there. And so this is how the hobby and stacking coins, stacking gold, silver, and things like that have really benefited him and put his money to use, kept him away from doing the alcohol and drugs. And so how our hobby and the community within the hobby has turned around people's lives. Anybody who says that this isn't um, this isn't a family affair really just doesn't know many of the people in here. I look at Shelby and Paula, John Jacobs. I look at Perry. I look at Philip the Board. All of you. Uh, I see you on streams and channels all throughout the day, all throughout the week, and I just really appreciate you all. But again, when something happens, we're there to support our own, and so um, when I found out that he was a recovering addict, I really wanted to, show him appreciation and support and draw him in and make sure that he felt welcome in the community. And he's tearing it up. He's doing a great job. He's really pushing out some good shorts. Got a pretty good stack of gold going. If you haven't gone to check out some of his stuff, he's got some nice coin over there. But again, it's just a lot of fun to support people. So, and John Jacobs says, I won a 5-ounce bar from Ida on Ghost Nancy T's 500 sub. Yeah, she's amazing. She's popped into, I've been on Coin Cruise page and she'll pop in and just give something away. I've been on, I think we're on Big Flip's page and she came in and gave out like a 10th ounce of gold away. Just absolutely amazing and just really, really works for the community. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not doing anything, please put a little dot or enter something into chat. It helps make sure that the algorithm notices that there's actually people watching live streams. It's really important. Watching videos, maybe not so much, but it is on live stream. So if you just throw something in chat, a dot or something, if you haven't already, smash that like button and share this out. It really helps out. Common sense stacking. Hey, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Hillbilly Scavenger, enjoy watching the show. Appreciate you coming in. Thanks for being by here. Appreciate you stopping in and showing the channel some love. William E. Thank you for that. Siren, hey, how'd you like that video? So Siren is the one who asked me to do the whizzing video. And so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. She asked me a couple questions, asked me to provide some information. And so I put together a video and yeah, so thank you, Siren, for the suggestion. It was a lot of fun doing that. I got a lot of personal messages going, at first you kind of freaked me out. Then we kind of understood where you were going when we saw you whizzing a coin. Don't be teaching people how to do that. It's like, no, but you have to understand what's going on in order to be able to detect what's wrong with the coin. All right, Perry, I see you. How you doing, good sir?
Good, and you?
Doing well, doing well.
It's great.
Thanks for popping on up.
Yeah, no problem.
So what kind of goodies you working on?
Well, I kind of took a little time off from making your card.
I'm in no hurry, brother. Not at all.
I also run a fishing business, so I have to take care of my customers to so I can get them out of the way so I can get back into card making. And yeah, so I've been working on a couple other projects.
You've been staying busy?
Yeah, staying really busy.
That's good. That's really good.
I don't know. I know a lot of people probably know who Gunny Quarterback is. Gunny. He's on Can's channel.
Okay.
But here's what I made for him. This is his grandbaby.
Oh, cutie.
Yeah. I don't know how to bring my picture up more, but that's okay, I guess. But you can kind of see it.
Yeah, we can see it. Good.
I hooked this other camera up, but I don't think it works for this anyways. This is my new computer, so my other one I kind of skipped and lagged, you know. Let's see if I can get a better view.
Go straight up. There you go. Go straight up. Perfect.
Oh.
Yep, right there. Perfect.
Had too much coffee today. And also I was working on another project, and I went to a wildlife series. These are real pictures. Giving out dog tags, my info on it, and they ain't heavy at all, just dog tags. And they have the, so you can put on a keychain. And everybody that buys a card, you get one for free.
Very cool.
And this here is the wildlife series. This is a black bear, real pictures. And a real eagle flying.
I like that one. I'm a bird fan. And not that one.
I have turkeys, polar bears, all kinds of wildlife. These are white wolves, timber wolves. Oh no, there you go.
Very nice.
Hummingbirds. Oh, there you go. That's a hummingbird.
That's pretty cool. So Perry, how does somebody reach out to you to get a card?
Well, on my site, on some of the I used to advertise on everybody's channel. They just have to go to Perry's Custom Cards, and on some of the posts, some of the cards I've done, I left my my email on it so they can get a hold of me. Here's a buck. Let's see. Yeah, that's a buck. But yeah, that's how they can get a hold of me. Excuse me. What they would have to do is when they email me, of course I'll need their address where to send it. I charge $25 a card, which is really reasonable. Everything's hand cut, and it takes me about a week to get them done, week and a half. Depends what I'm doing.
I haven't seen Perry's cards. Let me see if I can't. I actually don't have one. The one that I have, I still have the one for my daughter. I'll have to do that. If you haven't seen his stuff, go check out. Here's his link. Hold on.
And I do talk on my videos, not on all of them, but a majority of them. That display how to stand your card up so it's just not folded down at all times, so other people can view it.
Yeah, so the cards that he puts together, outside of being 3D, they prop up. Now, these aren't just, we're not talking little cards, right? We're not talking your small little, we're talking 11 by 14, right? 8 by 10 style.
Yeah, wrong.
Yeah.
So they're pretty significant in size. But these things are extremely ornate. You know what, Perry? I'm going to step away for just a minute. I'm going to run downstairs. I'm going to grab one so that I can show them the one you did. I'll be right back. Keep them company.
Okay.
If anybody else wants to come up and talk while I do this, please do so.
And I also sign my name on the back, so and they're dated. And a lot of people don't write inside of them when they give them to somebody. They'll put a Post-it note on it because they don't want to put any marks on the card. Some people put them in frames, hang them up on their walls. So they always got something to go back and look at. And all that behind me here is all the paperwork and stuff that I use to build cards with. I got quite a pile back there.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and share with everybody really quick.
Okay, might as well blow up your picture if you can.
Yeah, so let me see if I can kind of raise this up a little bit. So here is, now this is the size of my hand. So I got fairly small hands. But let's go ahead and do it this way. This is the card that he did, and this is for my mom. Now, all of this stuff. Hey, Vern LaPointe, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. We're just showing some of Perry Customs cards. Kind of plugging his channel real quick. We'll get back to the coin thing here in just a second. But if you can see this, all of these things are raised off the surface. So it's all 3D. So it's all, these all come off. They're multi-cut, multi-layered. Like this butterfly here is off probably 1/4 inch. Right? And it's just really, really nice. But that's just the surface. So when you open the card up, you have this really ornate Victorian lady on this little ring. And down here, there's a little thing that says, with love. Now, when you raise this up, you see the butterflies back behind. But this little butterfly comes over. And then this card flips over and sits like, whoop.
No, it will go up higher than that, Frostbite.
There you go.
There you go.
And so this will sit like this. And so what you see, well, and it's, I'm trying to show the camera and do this. It's not working.
Yeah, I know. It's hard.
But what it sits is it sits up like this, and now you see the entire thing. So they're absolutely remarkable. And for $25, you would never find this for this amount. So go check his stuff out. There's something, give him a couple ideas of what you want. Here's the other one that I have for my daughter. This one actually, I had actually thought I had sent this off. This is the one that he did for my daughter.
Chinese cartoons.
Yeah. She likes anime and stuff like that. So he did the that Chinese cartoon. She also collects records. So you can see the records that are here. So he made it very specific to my daughter. And then you have the golden oldies from the 1980s, and it's all the records and then these kids. So again, you give him a couple ideas and he'll put stuff together, but they're remarkable. They really are. I'm all about craftsmanship. I love what people do and the talents that people have. John Chum, how are you doing, good sir? I hope you're doing well. Thank you,
John.
again. Now, John, did you receive that that coin I sent you? So John is one of our brothers up north, and I had one hell of a time he won some wheat pennies, and had a hell of a time getting them out of here. They didn't want to ship them. They wanted to charge me all sorts of money. So what I did is I reached out to him and said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just send you a single coin, but I'm going to make it a very nice coin. So I sent him a 1909. It wasn't a VDB, just a regular 1909. Just because I could throw it in a envelope and get that through without there being any issue. So I'm glad you received that. Hey, yeah, throw Mike Panucci's link in there. Mike Panucci is really close to 800 if he hasn't already got it. If you haven't, I think most of you all are here. Yeah, he hit 800 subscribers already. So he's already over 800. So good for him. He's doing a really good job. And that's somebody else. I think everybody in here knows Mike Panucci. You all are pretty regular. So I don't think that there's going to be too many people in here who haven't seen his stream. But yeah, go show Mike Panucci some love. Also, let's see, you threw that in there. Let's have found it buried in there too. I'll show George's channel a little bit of love. So George doesn't put out a lot of content, but he does a lot of great streams. This is Found It Buried. Funny guy, no BS, just shoot straight. A lot of fun. Go check him out. Yeah, these are gorgeous cards, William. This is one of those things where if you're looking for somebody, you have somebody as a special event and it's coming up within a month or two, reach out to Perry, have him do something. I bought these cards a little bit early. The one for my mom will be going out here in a couple of weeks. Her birthday's in a month. Actually, it's from a month from yesterday, I think. So I got to get this card out in the mail here in the next couple of days. And then my daughter, she'll get hers in a month or so. But yeah, Perry does phenomenal work. So I just wanted to bring him up on stream, have him talk about the cards, what he's doing, share a little bit. Appreciate you coming up, Perry.
Yeah, thank you. I guess I'll jump off and I'll come back.
All right. Well, you don't have to take off if you don't want to. I'm not kicking you out of here.
No, I thought maybe there'd be somebody else here.
I don't know if anybody wants to come up. If anybody wants to come up here, I'll throw the link in.
That's why I couldn't show my pictures. My screen got smaller.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to come up, then go ahead and click on the link. I just threw that there in chat. But yeah, you come on up. I'm only going to be on this stream probably another 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get it online and look and see who's actually streaming right now, see if there's anybody else. And then we'll take off here and go show some love to somebody else. I'm not sure who's up right now, so let me see. Spray cans up. Everyday Opportunities up. Crumpler's up. My favorite Storm Chaser's up. If you guys like Storm Chasing.
Yeah,
I love watching
that's what I was watching before I got here, was Storm Chasing in Iowa.
Yeah, they had some wicked storms the last few days. It's been pretty wicked.
Yeah, I watched quite a few videos the last few days. Feel sorry for all the folks. So I'll take a snowstorm over what they have to take. You know, and I was really surprised too, watching Storm Chasers last couple of days. I figure, you know, with Iowa being next to Minnesota, that they would have snow down there. They don't even got snow. They just got bad tornado storms down there.
Yeah, it snows every once in a while in Iowa. Not nearly as much as some people would think. I lived in the Tri-City area, Moline, Rock Island, Davenport for a while.
Mm.
So,
But, I imagine that was scary.
Yeah, it can be. So I'm going to do this real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and clear off what I have here. I'm going to talk about one more thing. And this is something that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I'm going to pull this coin off. And actually, I'll probably leave that coin sitting right there for a little while. I'm going to change the way that this sits for just a few moments. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about something that we're going to be doing tomorrow morning on Ida Herring's channel. I want to talk a little bit about why we're doing it. So my wife is doing a mission trip with a group called WOGO. Now, WOGO is Women Orthopedic Global Outreach. And she's going to be going on a trip to Guyana, and she needs to raise some money in order to kind of buy in. It's basically her commitment money. They take care of a majority of the information, but you have to commit to a certain amount in order for them to really know that you're really into going. So what we're going to be doing tomorrow on Ida Herring's channel is I'm going to be auctioning off a couple items to help build up her fund. Now, there's going to be a couple different things here, but let's turn it this way. I'm missing one. There they are. But what we're going to be doing is I've also got some penny books, 1941 to 1974. But her goal is $550. There's going to be Ida Herring's throwing in a 100-gram silver bar. Hey, Paula Bloom, how are you doing? If you have a minute, I would love for you to come up and keep me some company. If you don't, then I completely understand, but I will go ahead and throw that link up here. If you want to come on up, I would love to chit chat with you for a little while.
Yeah, I'm boring.
No. I love Paula. Paula's one of my favorite people. Hardcore Copper, thank you for coming up. Appreciate you coming in. I love this lady. She's a hoot. I have the link up above, Hardcore. If you want to come on up and make this a little bit more rowdy, you're more than welcome to come on up. But my wife is going to be participating in this. And so what I did is I reached out and said, hey, we found out that she has to have this by the end of April. And I wanted to see if I could sell a couple items to help fundraise the money so that she could do this. And she was like, yeah, no problem. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be auctioning these items. I do have a I'm trying to remember who it was. I know Ida had something. There was somebody else that was throwing. I don't know if they're throwing up a pour or if they're throwing up something else. Paula.
How's it going?
I'm good, my friend. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So I saw your comment that I screwed up in my statements once again.
I'm sorry.
No, it's funny because it's like, man, I need that kind of stuff to help me learn.
You know what? I didn't say anything in the long video, and maybe I should have, but it's okay. I couldn't help myself. When you put up the short, I'm like, oh, I gotta say something. It's okay.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those things where when they do the doubling on the die, it's not an error.
No, that's a die variety.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. So that's where I continually mix up those two items.
I know, and I'm like, well, should I say something? Because it is a video about what's the difference between errors and varieties.
Hey, David Carlisle, thanks for coming up.
I know.
Yeah, but again, when I saw that, I was like, oh no. And then oh man, who was
I didn't say anything in the video because Chuck when you had Chuck on there, he said, that doubled dies and RPMs are varieties and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, maybe they'll miss that part where he put the 55 doubled die in there as an error.
Well, and again, so he corrected himself, but it was probably in the segment that I cut out.
What do you mean?
Well, so the whole conversation with Chuck was like 35 minutes long.
Yeah.
So I broke it down into some small bits. And
Oh,
so if he said something, he was like, oh, wait, hold on. Let me correct that. I might have misspoke. So it could have been weeded out in the edits. Coin and card hobbyist.
oh, that he said error.
I think he said error and then he corrected himself and said right.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
But I
yeah.
didn't catch that in the edit.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't in the video. So
Yeah. And so
yeah,
this is where
that's where you got mixed up.
that's where
Okay,
I got messed up. Yeah.
gotcha.
And so Amanda, if you want to come up, you're more than welcome to. So, do you guys just go to channel and just
No, we were just talking on Ida's. I mean, not on Ida's, but we were on a private thing with Ida. We literally just got off and hopped on here.
awesome? Yeah, I just threw a big shout out to Ida here a little while ago.
I heard you say something about that she was putting something in. What's going on? Are you doing the auction?
Yeah, so my wife, and let me go ahead and finish
Yeah.
what I was talking about. I'll kind of get back to that real quick. So there is an
Perry.
organization, again, it's called WOGO, and it's Women Orthopedics Global Outreach. And what they do is they focus on doing mobility surgery, so knee and hip, for women and children, not just in the U.S., but globally. And
Nice.
so in November, they're going to be going to Georgetown, Guyana. And my wife she runs sterile processing for 2 hospitals here in the city we live in.
Oh, that's tough
And
work.
she's going to be going down and she's going to be coordinating all sterile processing for the 5 surgeons performing these operations. They've got something like 50 operations in 5 days. So it's a mammoth undertaking.
They
But-
have some serious like orthopedic issues over there, huh? The kids.
Yeah. So I'm going to actually show, there's a video on my community channel
Mhm.
where they kind of talk about this. And when they're talking about it being significant, I mean, it's not something little. I mean, these are
No.
quite substantial. So when we say that, somebody has issues with their legs, it's really hard to explain that, these people walk with their knees touching.
Yeah, and I've seen things where like their knees are backwards.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so what they do, now they do surgeries on guys as well, but they try to focus primarily on the home. So making sure that they can build a good, stable life. Because again, in most of these countries, that they go to, even in the US, the home is the center point for family. And so they want to make sure that, one, they have good mobility and they have the ability to do that. But the other thing that this organization does is they identify people who have a medical aptitude and they work with them to get them like sponsorships or scholarships or training opportunities, either in their host nation or they bring them to the United States, get them training and then send them back to their communities so that they can pass on medical information, health and hygiene, working on things like that.
Wow.
And so now they do the 5 surgeons that are going, they're spread all over the US, and they do tons and tons and tons of local community stuff. And you can look at this, but what we're looking at for this particular thing is the trip that my wife is going to be going on to Guyana. And we found out like a week or 2 ago that she has to have that $550 raised by the end of the month.
Mm.
And we thought we had until November. So we were kind of putting things together and it was like, oh crap. I'm like, Ida, can I auction a couple items off? Can I get a little bit of help? So the money goes directly to them. It'll just be like the St. Jude thing. It doesn't come to me. It doesn't come to my wife. I'm trying to find the URL so I can put that in. But it's a phenomenal program. I've done what's it called? Fundraising. So done some events and stuff with them, and just what they do and what they're willing to do for the community and the people that they engage in. Some of the people that
Life-changing.
support them, yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
One of the things that, and I mean, they're really targeting building, and you and I, Paula, have talked about this,
hmm
building women in the community,
Yeah.
right? Understanding their level of expertise and really giving them the due that they deserve.
Nice.
And these surgeons are freaking brilliant. The surgeon that my wife works for here in San Antonio, I'm not going to give names just because I don't want to do that. You can look online and see all the physicians and do that. But she's brilliant. I mean, runs one of the top 100 knee orthopedic hospitals in the U.S. They're rated as the top 100 in their particular surgical support. And so just absolutely amazing, amazing people. And I'm trying to see if I can get online. I'm trying to get onto my own stream on my phone so I can post this in chat. But it's just when you look at, okay, hold on just a sec. I gotta mute myself because you don't want to hear me talk. Okay. So here is I just threw the link into chat. So this goes directly to the GoFundMe, but this is actually tied directly to WOGO. And so tomorrow, probably around 8 o'clock, I think, I've got a meeting first thing in the morning. So as soon as we're done, I'll be going over to Ida's channel. And these are the items that we're going to auction off. I also have 3 penny books, 41 to 74, which I might just give away. I don't know if we're going to do something. I may come up with a couple others, but Ida's going to be throwing in a 100-gram bar. We've got a couple people that are throwing in some items. And again, this is what it's for. So I just wanted to do a plug for this.
Nice. I'll try to
because-
see if I can find something too and try to be up in the morning. I struggle with that. But
you know,
I'll look for something tonight and I'll send Ida a picture if I'm not there in the morning. She can just auction it.
yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that up there. So this is the link. If you're interested in if you're looking at it, go check out, see what they have there. Again, her goal isn't very high. It's only $550. But again, instead of just asking people straight for money, I would rather kind of give them something for it. Not that anybody in this community requires that. Hardcore Copper, thanks for coming up, sweetie. Appreciate you. I love this lady.
Paula,
Yeah.
you know that we don't
much
do
fun.
mornings.
Oh, I know. I used to, but not anymore.
No. Ever since we started homeschooling, we haven't seen a sunrise in ages.
Aw. I know.
Well, we have to. If we were up all night, we did see the sunrise.
Right?
Nick Bolnar, thanks for coming up, brother. Appreciate you being here.
So they can just go to that GoFundMe and just throw $5 or whatever in there, right?
You can. And if
Yeah.
you want to do that, just put your channel name. That way I know who it is. I know I don't.
What if they want to do it anonymous?
Yeah, or if you want to do that, that's fine by me. Now, if you're going to be bidding on this, you'll have to put in your channel name.
No,
That way
I mean,
know
for people that aren't going to be in the auction or whatever, if they just want to help.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And again, I threw $20 in there, but I'm
Like you couldn't have just put it in her wallet.
well, but the thing
Yeah,
is,
because they take out a pretty good chunk for their fees.
no, No. And so that's a misnomer.
Oh yeah.
WOGO is a 501c3, so they do not get charged
Oh, that's good.
the service fees. That's why 501c3s use GoFundMe, because they don't charge them. If they charge them anything, it's like a 1% administrative fee. But normally they don't charge 501c3s.
Oh, that's great. That is awesome. Because I know that sometimes when an individual does it, it does take a pretty good chunk from what I hear.
Yeah, it can be up to like 15%.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it can be pretty substantial depending upon what it is.
Well, I'm glad that they have the little nonprofits like that they'll let them do it and not charge them.
Yeah, and they've done a lot of work with them. There was and this has happened with other ones. There was another channel that they were doing. I don't remember if it was a surgery or if it was some sort of disaster recovery effort, but they had raised something like $15,000 or $16,000. GoFundMe actually put in like $3,000.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so every once in a while they'll donate when they see really worthy causes. They'll donate instead of charging fees, or they'll waive fees. So there's been people who've had like heart transplants where they donated the money that they would have charged in fees, so they were able to collect the entire thing. So they're really good when it comes to the nonprofit and really looking at community items. Now, if you're looking to, hey, college fund, you're going to be paying some fees.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they're really good with it.
Nice.
That's
so
awesome.
All of you in chat, make sure you grab that link and share it out to people. Because $500 is not much.
Please.
I know what this community can do.
Oh yeah.
I know what this.
Well, and again, it's $550 is chump change, really, when it comes.
And so your wife goes over there. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. So for those of you that didn't hear, I'll kind of just revisit that. My wife is in charge of sterile processing. So what her job is to make sure that all the surgical instruments are cleaned and are free of items that cause infection. And so any kind of bloodborne pathogen, any kind of body material waste, anything of that nature, she makes sure that she, puts in the sterilizers, make sure she packages them, make sure the surgeons have the right tools, puts their kits together, make sure they have the right setup for their surgeries. Now, they're talking, and I may be wrong on the numbers, but I believe it's 50 surgeries in 5 days. It's a monumental task. They're going to be working like 13, 14, 15-hour days for 5 days in a row. They got 5 surgeons, so we're talking about each surgeon's going to be doing 10 surgeries in 5 days. It's 2 surgeries a day. Pretty significant when you're talking about a hip or a knee. But my wife is going to be in charge of making sure that the logistics for all the sterile processing is there. Really, really important for infection prevention and patient safety. Not only does it help protect the surgeons and the crew from possible infection or secondary infection from like cuts and things of that nature, but it's really to protect the patient and make sure that the patient receives good sterile equipment when they're getting the surgery.
Yeah,
a lot of these
countries bloodborne diseases, those are not fun to deal with.
Yeah, and simple things like staff in a third world country is big essence. And so infection prevention is paramount. So not only do they teach do they do the functions, but they also teach, look at the environment and set up processes to make things a little bit better. So the organization is phenomenal. And again, Paula knows this. I am all about ensuring that anybody who has the expertise, male or female, gets the credit that they deserve. And this is one reason that I am an avid, I would consider myself a mentor of Paula because she's brilliant. And the information that she knows, the information that she shared with me, puts her right up there with all the big guns, in my humble opinion. And so I want to make sure that, but I want to make sure credit goes where credit's due.
You're
And
an easy student.
Mhm.
You're a quick learner.
Oh yeah, well I had to burst somebody's bubble last night. They thought that they had a 1975 steel cent. I said, wait a minute, first off, there's no such thing. There's no way that a steel planchet could have got stuck in one of those machines for 30 years. I don't think. No. So they're like, oh, it's aluminum. I'm like, well, there you go. That's another no. And not a winner because they did try to make some aluminum cents in 74, but I think it was like 6. And then they destroyed them and it's illegal to have. So I'm pretty sure, honey, you don't have that. He was like, sticks to a magnet. I said, I got up on the panel and I said, I want to see it stick to a magnet right now. They could not produce that unicorn. So there you go. I think it was just, it was just, you could, in certain light, you could tell that it was copper. And then in other light, it did look like it was maybe toning, but that was nothing. I hated to be mean, but
There's a lot of those that are plated.
and I was like, you know what? I said it could be that it's fake.
Plated.
Yeah.
Probably plated.
yeah,
And
there's
they're
a lot
like,
of
what?
that
I was
stuff
like,
going
did you
on.
try to weigh it or anything? You know, because I can tell you right now, that's not, you do not have an aluminum cent and that is not steel.
Well, Paula, were
I
you
did
were you the
agree.
one
Yeah, they
talking
did
about
make
that
a
on
lot
live
of them.
Q&A that they
Yeah.
did a somebody tried or somebody
Well-
did not tried, but counterfeited a 1959 penny?
Did we talk about it?
Were you guys the ones talking about that? Like
Oh,
they
you mean
found
the
like a,
mule?
no, like
The 59
they
mule?
found a fake like 1959 regular.
Oh, yeah,
regular-
Chuck.
Yeah.
Ask Chuck about it. Oh, yeah, they will fake anything. Yeah,
Well, they
they
do
will
make
fake anything. They faked a common 1959 Lincoln Memorial.
Oh, they made it a memorial because if I was going to fake it, I'd have given it a wheat cent back.
Right? Yeah, no, Chuck
They didn't
did a
even
little
fake
write up about it. They'll fake anything. Yep.
They didn't even fake a good error.
But you have to be careful too when people find things like that 75 and stuff, because we did mint a lot of world coins.
Well, yeah, and it could be
And
the wrong planchet.
yeah, but you
But
know,
it looks
they're
copper
odds
inside.
are that it was probably messed around with.
Yeah.
Yeah, David, I had the same question. Why would
Nice,
they
JJ.
fake? Yeah. I
Why?
don't know.
Because it's they can spend it, I guess.
Well, but a lot of it,
I don't
and so
know.
this is something
know.
that I've kind of come to the, I don't know if it's realization or just understanding. There's a lot of really good craftsmen out there,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and there's a lot of people who do it just because they can.
Just to see how close they can get to the real thing, I think.
Because and you look at it. So one of the amazing stories. I mean, and I love the story of Hiding Nickel, but the one that always amazes me is Omega. Right? If you didn't know that the Omega symbol was there, you would never know those weren't authentic coins.
What's an omega?
The Omega Man, the gold coin that had the little Omega symbol, the counterfeit.
I am not aware of this.
Not me either.
Are you kidding me?
No.
No, I
Come
know
on,
that the St.
Paula.
Gaudens is often, faked, but
No, I don't.
don't know. Is it a world coin?
Oh no!
Omega
no.
Man
So there
counterfeit
are-
coin. Okay, so I'm looking right now.
So there are actually a variety of them. So there is a 1910. So the first one is the 1907 $20 double eagle. It's the most famous, most produced one of the set.
What is
There
it? The
is
1907?
1907 $20 double eagle.
I see
The
it.
God's
Yeah.
double eagle.
All I got
Omega
was
counterfeit.
There's
I
a
did not know that.
1910, a 1913, and a 1920 cent eagle.
Yeah, I see
It's the
it.
gold eagle. There's
Right on
an
the claw.
1874, 1878, and 1882 $3 gold coin with the princess coin. And then there's a couple that are the Indian head that have a couple different years. I think they mirror the same year as the $3 ones. And depending upon, I did a video on this. Depending upon the variety, there's an omega in the talons of the eagle, or there's an omega in, where is it? Where is it? It is in,
I see the omega thing on the eagle's claw.
yeah, but there's two different
$10
locations.
gold.
Yeah, go
$3
watch that
gold.
video.
Yeah, I
I'll show
will.
you.
Omega symbol in the R within the R of Liberty,
Yeah.
and then in the eagle's claw.
Yeah, the R Liberty. That's the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's really cool, because what's cool about that particular coin is that for years it fooled NGC, PCGS. It's in holders. It's documented. You can find them, like officially real, true, graded versions of it, encapsulated.
So the
And
coin
the-
itself was just made up. It's not a.
It's a
No, it's
counterfeit.
fake.
That
Mhm, it's
so
counterfeit.
there's a couple theories about how this happened. Either you had an amazing engraver, or you had somebody that somehow got their hands on the dies.
Right.
It says
Uh,
it's real.
That
They are
sounds
real
like-
gold. They're real gold.
Yeah, they're real gold.
The correct weight and composition. Mhm.
Yeah. And so
They
now
used
there's-
false
there's-
dyes or something. They must have
There's
used.
two.
I
There's two
would think that
types,
they
too.
would have been easier to get the die and then put his little symbol in there than having to try to, carve it out. Golly, that would be, oh gosh, that'd be a job.
Yeah, but this is why I say that I think that a lot of the reason people counterfeit is just because they can.
Yeah.
It was an inside job.
Well, so I don't know if any of you have ever done this. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I'm a dad joke fiend. I love stupid jokes. And there is nothing better than telling a joke at the office and then sometime later in the day having somebody come tell you your own joke.
Right.
Because when it comes back to you, what it
It's
means,
gone full circle.
it has gone full circle. And it's the same thing. If you can put out coins and then you go pick one up and you find one of your own coins, that's
that
your
would be
calling
cool.
card. That's your, and they've
Well,
never found out
with
who did
with
it.
coins like that, they probably took like just a Mexican gold coin or something and removed
Mhm.
all of the design. They do that a lot, and they used counterfeit dyes.
Yeah, that's what I would think, that they would have
Either-
had to make the die.
Yeah, there's
They
a lot
do
of
that-
theories about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't read it. I'm gonna have to read up on it. You know I will now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Now, the other one that I want, and I know coin shops that have this, but they won't give it to me. And I bartered and fought. I really want to get Mike from Mid America Coins.
Mid America. Mm-hmm.
I really want him to sell me one. He won't do it, but I really want him to sell me one. And he could do whatever he want. He could mark the coin or countersink it or whatever. I want to get one of the 1913 no cent ones where they dip them in gold, but it was actually the Phoenix that they passed off as the $5 gold coin.
Yeah, the problem with those though is that most of them aren't really original ones.
They've been faked in the 80s.
Well, they just are doing them.
Yeah. That's like my dad went
So-
to a flea market one time, and there was a guy
Yeah.
there, and he was selling arrowheads, and he's like, "Wow, are these real arrowheads?" He's like, "Yeah, really." An Indian carved them out. Behind the curtain of their little tent thing, there was an Indian man out there just making arrowheads, right there, just making them and then throwing them back. I was like, "That's not what I wanted." I wanted one from a long time ago that got used, not some man that's sitting over here in a lawn chair carving them out.
Well, so technically they're not lying.
I know, but it was so funny. I was like, that'd be my luck. Yeah, they're authentic, and a real Indian made them. Yeah, he's right back there. You can go talk to him right now. That doesn't make it fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna share this out. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, 1883, JJ.
All right, so I'm gonna throw this.
The racketeers.
All right, so I'm gonna throw that link in there. That link is to the video that I did of the Omega Man. When you look inside on the cover, you'll see the original picture, and then you'll see the little Omega symbol. They actually thought that it was like a skull or something like that. But yeah, it was.
Now
This
I'm
is
wondering.
the story behind it's amazing. I would love to have one of these coins. I would love to find.
I know,
Angie,
wouldn't
thanks
it
for
be
coming
neat?
on. I appreciate you.
Bye, Angie.
Hi, Angie.
Angie called me Dream Crusher earlier.
Oh gosh,
Dream
that's what I
Crusher.
called Shannon. I was like, "Thanks for busting my bubble,"
Yeah.
before I
Is that
even
what
got
they
it
call you
fully
on live
blown.
coin Q&A and your little
Dream
video
Crusher.
collage?
Yep. That's what they call me.
The Dream Crusher.
Oh, well.
Well, you got to do what you got to do to make sure people are in the know.
Well, but the thing is it's all about protecting people.
Well, that you don't want them
It
to
is.
get false information and false hope, thinking that they've got something that they don't.
So John Jacobs, try the 1883. What does that mean?
That they do
It's
tend to
the racketeer nickel's at 1883, not
Oh,
in
yeah.
1913.
I
Yeah.
really, so I have an 1883. I just want
And
to
I don't
find-
know why Mike won't sell you one. You can buy them all over the place. Maybe he's got like a genuine one. That's why.
I think he's got a couple of things that are genuine.
Yeah.
But I want to
You
get.
covered
I
all
want to
this.
get. Paula crushes my dreams all the time.
She's lying. Don't believe her.
I love
She's
Amanda.
starting rumors. She's just starting rumors.
Right? I know. I sent Shannon a picture, and I was like, "Hey, look at this. Tell me what you think." And he's like, "No, it's not what." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "No, I'm pretty sure." I'm like, "Can we pretend like it is?" He's like, "No."
You can.
I was like, "Dang it!" I said, "Okay, that's why I wanted to ask you first before I look like a complete idiot." Because that would be the worst than not having the actual coin. What's worse is looking like a complete freaking fool.
It never hurts to ask other people's opinions because we always want our coins to be something special.
Oh yeah,
right?
everybody
So.
wants to find that unicorn, but it's just not as attainable.
I just
as
want to find a Shetland pony. I don't care about the unicorn. I just
No, I
want
want
to
that
find
unicorn.
a
girl.
a
I'm
little
gonna work
one.
hard for it. I'm going all out. Go big or go home. I want the unicorn and the Pegasus. I'm taking them all.
So, what time? So you're going to be on there tomorrow. What time? 8 o'clock.
Somewhere around 8 o'clock. As soon as I'm
And
done with
that's
my meeting at work, then I'll pop on over and
is that Eastern time?
Central time.
Central. So that would be 6 my time.
That's
So
right.
that's-
You're not far from me, Frostbite. I forgot.
Yeah, you're just up the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We
Well,
went
That's
to
what
there's no reason why we can't get that $550. Come on.
right. Really, JJ? That is too cool.
What is that?
He has a zinc coated 1964 Philadelphia cent.
Yeah. Plated.
That is too cool. I finally got a magic coin. I'm loving it.
Those are
You know,
fun.
I had one when I was a kid and never understood its value.
It's not a double head or a double tail. It's, heads and tails, but it does open up where you can put something else in. So that makes it even more confusing. Because I'm like, how are you supposed to open it up?
Hey,
When
Paula,
my hands are little, I can't
appreciate
hide
that.
things like that.
Hardcore copper, you put it in like a Tupperware container with a lid and you shake the crap out of it.
No, it has trouble keeping closed. And my hands are small,
closed.
so I can't hide it to
Yeah.
change out to the smaller coin.
Night, Paula.
See that for sure.
Good night, Amanda. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you being here.
Amanda's not leaving. Paula, I think Paula
She said good night
Abrams
to
is.
Paula.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not looking at my chat. I'm trying to look at something else. But I put a 64p in a 43 roll about 40 years ago.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't either. Can you clarify, John? I'm confused.
He said he has a zinc coated 64p cent. But the plating doesn't migrate off of the cents. I don't know what he's talking about. She does have to make sure I don't talk about her because I talk about her behind her back all the time.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
No, it doesn't really. I'm lying.
You just talk to her in front of her back.
I do. I talk to her in front of her. Yeah. I make her repeat things.
Sorry about that. Jackson is repairing a Roomba vacuum cleaner, and he had to tell me something that broke and then something that he repaired. And, I don't really, I was paying attention, but I don't really know what he's talking about. So something about
I wasn't following the conversation, so I'm kind of a little bit behind on what was being
I know. I
discussed.
have done an experiment with my grandson where we put a penny in with a nail, and it turned the nail copper.
We were supposed
colored,
to,
but
I refused.
Is that the like the
I don't know
saltwater
what-
electrolysis
yes,
thing?
Yeah.
yeah. It was really cool. I'm like, what the? I'm like, this isn't gonna work.
John, do a short on that. I'd love to see it.
But I don't see how putting a copper cent in with plated
Well, it's like
steel
electroplate,
cents would.
isn't it? Like when they electroplate jewelry.
Well, so steel cents, they aren't there, so they come already. The roll itself comes already plated before
Right.
the planchets are punched out. So I don't know how whatever. I don't look. I'm not a what is it that one lady said? I'm
Not
not
a
a
magician.
biologist. I'm not a chemist. I'm not a metallurgist. I don't know. But whatever.
Jackson could probably tell us why, but I don't feel like going in there because I probably wouldn't understand it anyway. He talks in a whole other language.
But I have seen plated copper cents, so.
Right.
And I've seen zinc cents with the plating stripped. We probably have seen just about everything.
Right.
I see there's a lot of stuff that I haven't seen out that people talk
Hang out
about
with us
finding-
in our email for a while.
Oh,
Hang out with
well,
us in our email.
I do get a ton of emails.
We get a ton. And we have a Facebook group, so we get a bunch in there.
Yes.
And yeah,
yes, I
most
don't
of
do
us
the
are,
Facebook thing very much.
yeah. Well, our group is great. I mean, if I do say so myself, but we really do have a great group. And we have, like, Joe Cronin is in there. And we have a lot of really, really great, knowledgeable people that help us out in there too. So, but a lot of us on the panel moderate, admin other Facebook groups too. So we see a lot of stuff. Electrolysis made the atoms move. But you said you just put it in the tube and left it in there. Where's the electrolysis in that?
No, I think he's talking about the experiment.
Oh, with the
with the
nail? That
nail,
was really cool. Izzy, honey, my granddaughter keeps wanting to come in here and hang out with me.
Aw.
I know, she's so sweet. Izzy.
How's that going, Paula?
Well, I love it secretly. I mean, I get to wake up to my grandbabies every day.
Aw.
And my daughter-in-law cooks dinner every night. So how can I complain?
I get it.
But it's a little, I mean, I'm in my room hibernating all the time. So that's okay. Izzy, do you want some of these apricots? I'll be right with you guys. Here you go. Don't play with this puzzle. That's Vivi's. Okay. Okay, I had to get her some apricots. Are we good? What were we talking about? I'm sorry, Frosty. You probably regretting having me up on here. It's like, why did I invite this chick up here?
Kids
Life
and
happens.
families happen. It is. Both of mine are gone today, so it's quiet, no interruptions. Normally,
I'm
my
hiding
son
in the
comes in when
laundry
I'm
and still
streaming.
get interrupted. So yeah, I'm feeling it.
Different metals causes electrolysis. Apparently, the copper attracted the zinc. Interesting. JJ, you sure it's not just toning?
I wonder. Well, you know what? I'm wondering if what part of the country do you live in, John?
No, that would be like just with the
If it's
molecules
salty
trading
air.
places.
Well, but no, that's exactly where I'm going, Paula. Depending upon where you're at, if you live anywhere near the ocean, you're going to have a higher salt content in the air. So you could have, depending upon where it's done, you could have pressure and how it's stored. You could actually have.
Well, it's a
kind of
science
a
experiment, so
modified-
all your particles are there that you're going to do. Like it's all of
JJ,
the.
I'm not saying it didn't happen because I have seen some strange things happen in this country in the last couple of years. So anything's possible.
Right.
Anything's possible. He said, no salt here. I don't know.
There's a explanation for it, but I can't brain today.
Well, there's got to be an explanation for it, but I did. Okay, so the skeptic in me, you said you put it in there yourself, so I believe you, JJ. I'm not calling you a liar.
I want to know how hard you shook it.
Maybe it was osmosis.
I'm just saying.
I love that movie.
JJ, can
that movie?
you gotta send me some pictures, JJ, because I gotta see this.
You're talking
I'm
about
not
the
saying
cartoon,
that.
right, Frostbite?
I believe you.
Yeah, Osmosis Jones. I love that
Yes,
movie.
oh my god, I love that.
What? I've never heard of that.
It's
Are
a
you
cartoon
kidding me?
for kids.
No, I've heard of Basketball Jones.
Oh man,
No, he's a little
Osmosis Jones it's
Osmosis.
basically the cells in your body being a living city,
Uh-huh. Oh,
and it's this disease that comes in, and he's like a gangster, and is it Chris Rock? No.
Yes.
Chris
it
Rock.
wasn't like
I think it's Chris
Oh
Rock.
man,
Conjunction Junction or anything, was it? Was it on that?
No.
No.
It's a whole movie, kind of like
this is a whole animated movie.
Pixar like movie kind of thing.
It's a cross. It's one of the cross ones, like Song of the South, where it has the animation and the live, not together.
Song
but
of the
it's kind of a
South.
mix that kind of blend.
Song of the
Oh, it's
South.
hilarious.
Listen,
Not like Roger Rabbit though, Blend.
Song of the South. That is one of the biggest shame. I don't know. It makes me so upset that my grandchildren and my children can't see Song of the South. That Disney movie was fantastic.
It was, but they ran that limited run. So
They
if
what?
you're not- so they don't show it.
No. Oh,
So-
no. And now they have completely removed Splash Mountain because it offends people. Because it's got the Song of the South characters in it. It's got Brer Rabbit and the Tar Baby and, yeah, Uncle Remus, Zippity Doo-Dah.
I had the chance
I watched it
and
as a
years
kid.
ago to have the VCR when it first came out. They put it on VHS. They
Yeah.
did a limited run of something like 25,000 of them or something like that.
Do you
Very
have
small
one?
run. And we opened it.
But do you have it? Like,
I don't have it anymore.
oh,
My first marriage, I lost pretty much anything that I collected, with the exception of my granddad's coins because they were with my mom at the time.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking, David. I'm thinking it's more of a toning thing and not actually like the zinc jumped. Like it just jumped.
Okay, sorry about that. He
I'm
just
thinking it is some kind of chemical reaction, but it's not actually like the metal moving. But I don't know. What do I know?
I think it's just the molecules in the water that are getting changed and changing it maybe.
What water? He's got it in a tube.
Oh, it's a tube. Wait a minute. What?
He's got it. He said he put it in a tube of 43 cents.
Okay, I must have got lost somewhere in translation. What
And
are-
the zinc
I thought we were still talking about
jumped off of the 43 cents.
project.
That's what I'm confused about.
Okay.
Anyway, back to Song in the South. I'm so, that makes me so sad.
I don't think I've ever
So
seen
sad.
that.
No, you probably haven't.
No, that was the first. You got to be old like us. That was
Yeah. I was probably 3 or 4 when I saw it as a kid. And I may have seen it. I don't know. I don't know what year it came out, but I was really little. But the music from it, zippity doo dah, zippity day, zippity a, whatever, that's where it came from.
Oh.
But people
1946.
Okay, 1946. But I don't know when they banned it, but it's been removed. Like you cannot.
Oh wow. That's
It's a Disney movie, and just like this year, they removed Splash Mountain because people complained about it because it's got that theme.
People need to quit getting butthurt over the stupidest stuff. There's a lot bigger things out there to worry about than that.
Let me tell you something. It's a darn good thing that I don't go out in public more than I do because I can be the way people are now.
I would hurt
get
somebody.
shot. I would get shot.
I'd be in jail.
I would get shot.
And I don't have bail money for that.
I probably say offensive things I don't ever mean to, ever. I would never hurt somebody's feelings on purpose. But I'm a 60s kid, you know?
I don't have a filter a lot of times.
Well, you know, I grew up watching shows that I can't, like Blazing Saddles,
Yes.
right? I was like, man, we were watching classic movies. I was like,
Mel
all right,
Brooks.
guys
What was
like
that? History of
us
the
and-
World?
Oh yeah, you know, biggest dickus and continentalist buttocks.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right?
they
yes.
were. Yeah, they
yes,
were
yes, yes, no, yes. Anyway.
Roman governors, right?
Yeah.
And his
Mm-hmm.
wife,
Yep.
continentious buttocks, right? But there's stuff like Blazing Saddles. My son looked at me and he's like, "Are you freaking kidding me? Like, really?" And I was like,
People don't know what they're missing.
"Well, but
They
the thing
really
is, it's
don't know
like-
what they're missing.
Yeah, it's definitely a different time. I understand how it can be construed as that, but it's satire, right?
It is.
When you look at
The funny thing is, the movies haven't changed, it's the people that have.
The people have.
If we would have all kept the same mentality as we had before, you know, I don't see where anybody was hurting. I mean, if you want to be different, that's fine. Be different in your corner. Don't bring it over to mine.
People just can't laugh at
Because
themselves.
people have been
anymore.
different since way back in the day. Okay. I mean, who knows that, you know, we all know about, what's her name? She's Susan B. Anthony. Okay. It's not the prettiest thing. Okay. From what I hear from, you know, some history that I read up, she wasn't really too into men, if you know what I mean. But anyway, you know, so it's been going on since then, and they had no troubles with it. Okay. So I don't understand why now all of a sudden it's a big deal. It's because these kids getting brought up that aren't getting their butt whooped because mom can't do it because CPS gets called. Yeah, I said
well,
that.
you know, social media, as cool as it is and as much as it connects us, has hurt our society.
It brings us down too. Yeah.
It hurt our society. And it's because, you know, the movie Incredibles,
Yes.
the dude syndrome. It's like when everybody's special,
Nobody's special.
Nobody's
That's what I tell my kids all the time. There can't be it can't be that everybody's a winner, because if everybody's a winner, then nobody's a winner.
Then everybody loses.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because nobody learns.
It all started with
There has to be a
participation
little
trophies.
friendly competition in everything.
No
That's
child
what
left
keeps you
behind.
going forward. That's what keeps you, excited about doing it. If we're all going to get the same grade when I go there, then why should I put forth more effort than that person did? We're all going to get the same grade.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put as much effort into
Oh my gosh, David.
That would be akin to this new X rating where everything's a 10.
NBCX bar.
I'm just doing that to rag on Paula because she hates it.
Ugh, I do. I am not a fan. I am not a fan. I'm not a fan, and everybody says, "Oh, it's going to bring in a new generation. It's going to bring in the sports cards and the young kids." And no, it's not. It's really not. They say that about vault box too. What kid can afford a vault box? No, it's not. It's the new one is coming out. It's like $600 something. I can't even afford that. What kid's gonna buy a vault box? They're gonna go, no, I can buy like 100 Pokemon boxes with their whatever, 600
Oh my gosh,
Pokemon
David
boxes.
Carlisle, where did you find that? What on earth? Where are you
Anyway,
going?
I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm a purist. I am old school when it comes to coins. I am a firm believer in if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
The Sheldon scale's been working for a long time. I don't know. There's a lot of anyway.
I don't like change that.
I think it's up to us as individuals to bring the younger generation into this. It's up to us. If we love this hobby, we need to promote it. Because if the young kids don't come in, the next generation doesn't come in, our collection is going to be worthless someday.
Yeah, and we had beans and bullion, beans, coins, and bullion up a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like,
David, why are you going through those? Don't touch those, honey. No, yuck. Put it down.
You'll be surprised what you can find in a vacuum cleaner at car washes.
That's nasty. Like that. Don't touch those. You're not supposed to touch them.
I used to manage a convenience store. You'd be surprised what you find in vacuum cleaners.
I don't want to know.
But anyway, Beans was talking about, everything he keeps. He keeps his personal collection that's going to his grandson.
Yeah.
Right. And that's where you sit down with the family and you're passing on history. It's about the stories. It's about right. And we're losing a lot of that in our community.
Well, my son laughs at me all the time because he tries to talk to me about his video games, and I try to talk to him about my coins, and neither one of us understands the other one's, language. But we still talk about it because we want to include the other so that, if we say something next time, maybe they picked up a little bit of something on it. And it was funny because he had two of his friends come over. And I had all my coins on the island in the kitchen, and I was looking through some for errors. And next thing I know, I got his two friends were sitting there like with magnifiers looking at them. And I was like, yeah, y'all look for this and watch if you do, let me show you what it's going to look like. And it's going to have this on there. And they're like, okay, well, we'll look for you. And I'm like, yeah, come on. And they were all excited. And my son's looking like, thanks, Mom. They were coming over to play with me. I was like, well, tough. They want to look for treasure because it's like a pirate treasure hunt,
Yeah.
And when you find that treasure, it's addicting.
My daughter, there was a whole bunch of quarters sitting downstairs. And I was like, well, look through them. And she's like, what am I looking for? And it's like, well, your eyes are better than mine. Look for anything that's not supposed to be there. And she comes upstairs. She brought me 2 coins. And she goes, are these wrong? Is anything wrong with these? One had a die crack and the other one had die chips in it.
Oh, cool.
She didn't have a loop or anything. She just was like, oh, look. I was like, I would have told her.
My eyes aren't good enough.
And she's like, well, why is this fun? I'm like, well, do you know what you just found? And then I was able to go over it and go over the process with you. And she was like, that's okay. She's like,
See, when I
"No."
found my first error, it was an 88 with an 89 reverse, and I was looking for that dude. Like I was patting people down when they come through the door, for coins.
Hey,
And
Jessica.
when I finally found one, it was like, wow, I've found what I was looking for, and I've accomplished this. Now I want more, and it became an addiction almost.
Oh yeah. And that's, my thing is, I like collecting sets, like the penny books, the dime books, the nickel books. So I really like trying to do that next thing. But I did it backwards. I started collecting all the new stuff, and now I'm trying to go and collect all the old stuff, and now it's costing me an arm and a leg.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it's, you know what though, that's like, I think that is a more
Asian
normal
coin hunter, thanks for
progression
coming up.
than anything else. I think that when most people start in the hobby, they want more. They just want to collect whatever. They just want to accumulate,
Yeah.
you know.
And I told my
And
kids, I said, if none of these coins are ever worth anything when I die, at least you've got a butt ton of coins and going to have a field day at the coin store, okay?
hey, Cajun.
Well,
All right, guys, I'm going to get off here real quick because I've got to go in there and help him. He's getting frustrated with this vacuum cleaner.
Roomba.
Yeah, a friend of mine gave it to him because she said that it wasn't sucking like it was supposed to.
That's
And she's
what
got
she
4
said.
of them.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And so
Sorry.
she was basically putting off her crap on me. But, it's cool. It gives him something to do, and he's not, out doing bad things. So,
There you
but
go.
he's in there cussing the
So-
vacuum now. So,
hardcore. Let me tell you how I fixed my vacuum.
okay.
So I had a vacuum that wasn't sucking. My wife was really mad at me. She's like, I have this Dyson. It's not working. It's not sucking. So I went and grabbed her Dallas Cowboy jersey, threw it over, and it immediately started sucking again.
Oh, snap.
That is wrong. That is so wrong.
That was a good one.
You're
Oh.
so wrong for that.
Oh, snap.
All right, guys. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Take care, my
See you
friend.
later.
Yeah. Bye.
I'll see you later. Thanks for coming up.
No problem.
Oh
I
my
couldn't
gosh,
resist. That was just there
so
for the take.
funny.
You know when that's just ripe? It's just there.
Yeah. Yo, man, look, you got set up for that one too, man. You hit that home run.
Well,
Absolutely.
we have. I got jokes for everything, and we were at a medical conference, and I was talking to a bunch of EMTs, and I was like, "Oh my God, did you guys hear about the accident where the ambulance turned over? They were transporting a construction guy who had an I-beam fall and it severed his big toes, like cut his toes off. And they had captured the toe, put it on ice. They were rushing into the hospital. Ambulance got into an accident, and of course they transported the hospital, and everybody was okay in the ambulance. But when they got there, they couldn't find the toe. And he's like, "Oh my God, what did they do?" And it's like, well, they had to find the toe, so obviously they called the tow truck. And they looked at me like, "You're an
Oh
idiot."
my gosh.
The other one I really enjoy is when you're dealing with somebody who's a mechanic
Hmm.
and you tell them that you're not really familiar with things. And, when I was younger, I was changing a fuel filter, and, you have a little fuel filter. It's full of gas, but you have to put it in some sort of can. So I used a tuna can, put it in there, set it down, and the cat came over and started licking it.
Mm.
I shoot it away, and it started running around like mad and fell over. And people are like, "Did it die?" It's like, "No, it ran out of gas."
Oh my gosh. Okay, they're getting worse. You should have stopped at the Dallas. I'm just kidding. No, they're funny.
Yeah, the jokes are all good. I
But they're
really
clean.
like doing them when
Yeah, when you get
people are
just the
having just
perfect time.
general conversations
Hmm.
and they just mention the right topic.
Yeah.
those are the best. That's when it serves best.
Hey, for those of you guys that just came in, Frostbite Coins and Collectibles' wife is doing an amazing thing with some doctors in Guyana, right?
Guyana.
Guyana, potato.
Yeah, I
There's
put
a
that link.
GoFundMe
Well,
link.
Ghana and Guyana are two different places. One's
I
in
said
Africa and one's in Central America.
Ghana, and so it's in Ghana?
It's Guyana.
Guyana.
Yeah, Guyana is in Central America. Ghana is in
Okay.
Africa.
Okay. So in Guyana, and there's the link, and you have a video, and she's
On my
doing,
community page.
yes, on his community page. So he's selling some stuff tomorrow on Ida Herrings. But if you can't be there in the morning for that, you can go to the GoFundMe page and donate to it because it's an amazing cause, and she only needs $550. And we know what this community can do. So get the word out. Okay. There you go. It
Thanks,
really is
Paula.
amazing. It really is amazing. I think that those type of things are fantastic. And when they do stuff like that, and the doctors and the nurses and all the medical professionals that get together and just do it out of the kindness of their heart and to give back to this world, it's an amazing thing.
Yeah, so if
Just
anybody's
because,
interested
right?
in
Just
watching-
because.
Yeah, if anybody's
is neat, Caitlin.
interested in watching the video, this is the video that talks specifically about the WOGO story, talks a little bit about what they've done. And I believe this was in the trip that they did to Tanzania, but I'm not sure. But anyway, this gives you a good overall understanding.
Yeah.
Reverend Jim Jonas. I think so. I know that name. I don't know why I know that name.
Jim Jones. Isn't he the don't drink the Kool-Aid dude? Reverend Jim Jones. Jim Jones, isn't that the don't drink the Kool-Aid guy? Am I wrong? Am I high? Did I eat a bad taco?
Was he the Jamestown Paradise Lost dude?
Yeah. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, no.
No. That is the guy though, right? Jim Jones. Anyway, I think that we all have known people that could not afford medical treatment that they desperately needed. We have all known people or known of people. And so when these people do that kind of stuff, they're angels. They are angels sent by God. No doubt.
Yeah, and I don't promote a lot of nonprofits. I mean, obviously St. Jude, the team was able to raise $26,700 for that. Absolutely.
St. Jude's. Yeah.
Right.
Crazy.
But you look at what St. Jude's does, right?
Yeah.
You look at the work that they do. I have no problem getting behind them. My wife and I have done triathlons, marathons, half Ironmans to raise money for St. Jude.
Yeah.
We've actually, my wife and I both have been on the cover of the San Antonio trip or the San Antonio paper for doing stuff with St. Jude, part of one of the races, the Rock and Roll Marathon.
Nice.
So St. Jude has been one of those things where, we've always supported it. This isn't quite to that level as far as recognition, but they are exactly the same premise. It's about making sure people have the best quality of life. And
Absolutely.
They don't charge them for it. It's not, we're going to go down there and the government has to pay us to do this. No, they work with the government and they're like, we're bringing all the equipment. When we're done, we're going to leave it here. We're going to make sure you have it. There will be some stuff that they bring back, but they leave a majority of supplies and stuff there for the hospitals and their local clinics to use, right? And so they just do a lot of really, really cool stuff. So I really support this organization. Like I said, helped with fundraisers. But if you could, again, and I don't care, honestly, I mean, if I could get literally 100 people to donate $5,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Easy,
Yeah.
easy.
Easy.
That's, a cup of coffee. Then we
Yep.
would meet that goal in no time.
Yeah.
But
Easy peasy.
the items that I have here are going to be the ones that I have 3 penny books. They're wheat cent books. They're average circulated. They're nothing fancy. 41 to 74. There is an extra slot for the 60 small date, I think, which is the one that isn't the 60 small date the one that people want
Out of the 2?
out of the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's an extra 60 small date in those. But anyway, and if we're short, and I don't think we will be because there's a couple people, I just putting a 100-gram bar in. And then I know there was somebody else. I can't remember if it was Red who said he'd throw in a pour or something like that. Those 2 items alone are going to fetch a couple $100.
Absolutely.
So,
Red's a great guy.
yeah, I don't think there'll be any problem with it. But again, anything helps.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
cool
For
beans.
sure.
Well, folks,
I-
you know what? I am going to wrap this up.
All right. Hey, it was fun. It's always fun. I love it when you stream, and I'm going to set my alarm and try to be there in the morning. So I hope that I know you'll raise that money. No problem. I will
Yeah,
talk to you.
I'm not concerned about it because I know
No.
that, you guys, Chief,
Oh yeah.
I just, I love this community.
Me
I do.
too.
I really
Me
do. I love this
too.
community. Great people, lots of fun, a lot of smart alecks.
Yep.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Absolutely. All right, honey. You have a good night, and I'll see you in the morning.
You too. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you coming up, spending the night with me. I will catch you again on the flip side. My next video is going to come out probably Friday or Saturday. It depends on my daughter's volleyball tournament schedule. I'm going to try and have it done before then. And it's going to be on how to detect a coin that's been dipped. Had another request in the kind of cleaning realm. And so I'm going to work with a couple people to get the answers on that. Then I'll share all the information out. So Paula, I'll probably reach out to you a little bit for some advice on that as well. So y'all take care, be blessed, and enjoy.